Wees goed, Maria, vol van genade, de Heer is met u. Gij zijt gezegend onder de vrouwen en gezegend is Jezus.
Hey guys, this is Ben from BensRPGPile, and today we're going to show you how to make Dungeons & Dragons Shrine of Vecna inside Thunderspire Labyrinth. I know it's been a while since my last post, and I apologize a little bit for that. I don't like to just post because I like there to be a reason to have something good to post and share with you guys. So I didn't want to rush anything, and we're also getting ready to go into the next module, Pyramid of Shadows. And if you've been following the weekly blog, you see we've got a real aggressive and intense terrain project there to make Egyptian style terrain, and that has been consuming my time. Anytime you make a brand new terrain environment, holy cow, it is a stunning amount of work. And that Egyptian stuff has lots of colors in it, so that makes it even that much more intense. So, but at the same time, I'm also getting the group and doing my DM prep for the current module that they're in, and that's this bad boy right here. And the challenge I had was I had to make this room right there, and I don't know about you guys, but that's not stuff that you just have laying around. Those are some pretty unique things that you'll see that have to be kind of placed and created. So we came up with things for just about everything you see. These arcane pillars, the idol, the floor mosaic, the statue, and then all the monsters that are in it, including our big troublemaker here, Paldemar. That's a great fig I had Bob Ladd paint for me at Gen Con. Look at that, huh? So you would think that Paldemar would be some super tall, like daunting guy, so he's taller than everybody else. I kind of like that, but it's on purposely done that way. But hey, we're going to show you how we put this whole room together, and I think it'll be a good time. So let's get right to it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the symbol of Vecna, which is the mosaic design that is actually in the floor of the Shrine of Vecna, Paldemar's final stand, as it were. And so Jason, one of our game group guys, who's a great designer, he found this from an old Greyhawk module in the 90s, and was able to make a floor piece out of, you've seen us do this before, out of paper. How in the world would I ever make that in terrain? So what you do is you use paper to kind of bridge the gap on some of the more difficult, really special, neat pieces, but if you do it right, it'll blend right in and the group will love it. So just to show you guys, so you can kind of see, right, there it is, and we kind of did it as a sunken floor kind of thing, which would make sense, right? I could have leveled that paper up to the room, but I kind of like the old New York studio apartment kind of feel there, where it's a little bit sunken in. It gives it more of a mysterious quality, but I'll move that guy out of the way. But there it is. That is the symbol of Vecna, and you can download that off of our website, BensRPGPile.com, and put that in your own game. But don't be afraid to use some paper with your regular terrain to help save some time and kind of make those impossible pieces. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the arcane absorbing pillars that Paldemar has inside the Shrine of Vecna. Same thing, I don't really have a lot of those types of things sitting around, so that means I got to make them. And I decided to steal an idea off Lava and a Cup of Java. These were the gargoyle columns that we used inside one of the rooms, and notice this top here could hold the thing of crystals pretty easily. So I decided to kind of build off a previous piece that I had made. So Bruce Hurst has a terrain mold that kind of casts these little crystal pieces here, and really all you do is glue them into clumps. And when you do that, there they are, see right there. When you do that, you end up with a cool little crystal cluster, as it were. Now I actually make them on top of these mirrors because I'm trying to figure out the right width, and I don't want to do a ton of trimming So by putting them on those mirrors ahead of time, they fall right off after they dry. But follow Bruce's tutorial, but consider using these little mirrors to make them on us, but you're trying to have them fit within D20 squares. When you're done with all that, you get some great crystal pillars. Look at those babies, huh? And the key is you want to make sure, again, that they rest within the column. And then I used a kind of a dungeony flock mixture because they're supposed to kind of look like they're coming out of the columns, like they're growing out of the columns almost, because Paldemar's stealing all of this energy, kind of thing. But they turned out pretty good, and then I painted the base of the columns in kind of like these precious metals, just so to kind of make it look like he had to use silver and copper and gold to actually help form the columns, so give them that kind of a rare feeling. But turned out pretty good, and it's a nice simple paint job. And we've got that paint job, the different paints we used in the steps, that's on our weekly blog. We did a special entry for this. So look at those babies, home runs. Okay, so here we go with the statue of Vecna that is sitting in this room. It calls for like a one eye, one arm skeleton kind of statue. I don't have any of those. So I decided that I had these statues made from Bob Ladd, who's a great painter and is at Gen Con every year. He's brilliant at what he does. He usually hangs out with the Miniature Building Authority guys, and I asked him to paint a bunch of different statues for me, because he just had the statue color down. There's a great article on the pile about how he did it with the different fig. But so I thought this guy was pretty close, though. It kind of seemed like it might be a little, like, you know, Paldemar might have built a statue of himself, and you know, it might have looked something like this. So I thought this fit perfectly. And then I used Hearst Arts to make a base for it. It wasn't too bad. The paint job, I wanted to try to kind of get close to matching this color, and some of this color is in that symbol of Vecna on the floor, so it tied nicely together in the room. But we just kind of get it that greenish tint, and then look at that. That's a statue that works like a dream. And then you know, you ding it up in certain parts to give it that weathering effect, and that's how you can make yourself a quick little statue for the room. Next, we're going to talk about the idol of Vecna. Again, another tricky kind of piece that you probably could make out of styrofoam and paint it pretty well, but thankfully I already had a piece from Pegasus Hobbies in California that I was able to use, and is pretty darn close to the module description that talks about this skull carved in a rock and how one of the eyes kind of is glowing. And I add, the great thing about this piece is there are these little spots on it where I can kind of hide stuff, right? So the group they'll be intrigued by this urn, which I'll talk about later, and then I put a sharpshooter up there and an interior hunter to try to pick them off. The group will have to climb this in order to get to everybody, and I'm going to make that like a pretty difficult skill check. If they don't make it, of course, they'll fall down and get a D10 on them, kind of thing. But this worked out pretty good. Is the idol, and I'm a big fan. Okay, guys. So now that you've kind of seen the core pieces that we created for this last part of the module, I thought we would just finish up with some little here and there kind of things that we added to the room, just to kind of finish everything off. So why don't we walk through those, and you can see how some of these little things can make a big difference. Okay, so we're going to start with the urn that sits on top of the idol of Vecna and is protected by that hired gun Nintir Hunter cool mini. So the urn, I want the guys to always climb up and try to get something or figure out what a mysterious object is. And so I filled that urn with a special potion, and and I have it. It's like a haste potion, but the only way it can be delivered is via a dart, like like a adrenaline kind of thing. Remember the Quentin Tarantino movie where he slams the adrenaline in that girl's chest? That's how you have to deliver that haste potion, because it's all goopy. So that's one of the things I added to the to this room. The next thing is a puzzle piece. Remember our puzzle piece that we've been doing? So the final puzzle piece is going to be around Paldemar's neck, and this will, when all the puzzle pieces are put together correctly, it will show the location of the Pyramid of Shadows. I made the puzzle piece and we added the pyramid on there, so that's how we're going to tie the module up. We're also gonna. We also have 2 people chained in the room. It's we got a damsel in distress, and then we got Craig McBeard. And McBeard, remember, McBeard was left for dead by the party. They had to sacrifice one person to save the rest of the group. So he'll have been captured, and he's going to have a heal ward on him where he can't get brought back. But before he dies, he's going to say why to the party. So it'll kind of be a cool ending on him, and that'll lead to some mysterious things maybe in the future. And then also, you always got to rescue a lady in distress, so she'll be chained to one of these as well. And if the group rescues her before combat ends, they'll receive an experience reward. She's probably someone really important in Winterhaven. And then finally, I made some item cards using the Paizo cards, and so we got Paldemar's staff, we got a scroll of Leomund's chest. Here's the Arcane Lock scroll, and then here's a brew potion. These are rituals. I kind of have my own thing with these, but again, it's regardless of how you play rituals or scrolls, it's great to make item cards and pass those out when the group loots the bodies. So the group will have finished. There's still a little bit of ways from finishing off Thunderspire Labyrinth, but I have to build ahead in the game, and so they hopefully will have killed this guy, good old Paldemar, and we will go into our 3rd module as a game group, Pyramid of Shadows. Lots of fun, and I thank you guys for following us along. Currently I'm building all that special terrain for Pyramid of Shadows. That's up on the blog. Hopefully you guys get a chance to check that out, and we'll have many more terrain videos to show you once the group starts to get into the Pyramid of Shadows. Thanks guys, take it easy.
As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and wish I were starring crown, good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sisters, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown, good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brothers, let's go down, come on down. Come on, brothers, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown, good Lord, show me the way. Oh, fathers, let's go down, come on down. Oh, fathers, let's go down in the river to